Hey everybody, Leon Sylvester here, and in this video today, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to control your drinking using something called first principles thinking. And you're going to learn exactly how to do it without things like AA, willpower, calling yourself the problem, and so on. And in fact, I'm not just going to show you how to use first principles thinking, but I'm going to show you how to make the whole process of controlling your drinking enjoyable and effortless. And the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video today, well, I have hard proof that it works. And I've been working with entrepreneurs and professionals across the globe showing them this exact same stuff that you're going to learn in this video today. So literally everything that I'm going to be teaching you in this video isn't something that I've just made up. It is a step-by-step system that I've been iterating for the past few years, and the results that it has been getting are just unreal. And once you've understood the concepts in this video, it has the power to radically transform the way that you view drinking. And listen, I don't want to waste your time, so I just want to say who this video is not for. It's seriously not for people that are close-minded. This video is probably going to make you quite uncomfortable, so if you're a closed-minded person, you don't want to be watching this video. Also, people that call themselves powerless or give themselves labels, if that's you, you don't want to watch this video because I'm going to prove to you that you don't need to give yourself a label if you want to get control of your drinking. And also, this is not for complacent individuals. If you don't want more for your life, if you don't want to get in control and start achieving more, then just don't waste your time by watching this video. It's for ambitious people that want more for their lives. If you're the type of person that wants to get things under control and really start pushing things and taking things to the next level, you definitely want to stick around to watch this video. It's also for people who are open-minded. It is so important. If you're open-minded, you are going to get so much value from this video today. And finally, it's for people that are fed up. Fed up with the labels, fed up with the guilt, fed up with the shame, fed up with dealing with all of the crap that comes with drinking. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, I'm going to be giving you a printout that actually shows you everything that we're going to learn in this video, so you can quickly remind yourself the stuff that we've learned, so it can help you when you continue on your journey. So just make sure to stick around to the very end. And you're probably wondering, who on earth is this guy that's come up on my computer? Well, my name is Leon Sylvester, and I'm the founder of SoberClear. And we're a US company that help people get control of their drinking using first principles thinking. But we don't just do that. We help people build completely new versions of themselves. And how exactly did I find out about this stuff? How did I find out about first principles thinking? Well, before I found out about this stuff, my life was pretty much a 10-year roller coaster. Sure, there were good times when I was drinking, but there were also some really, really bad times. I don't really drink like a normal person. And to be honest, most of my friends didn't even know I had a problem. I was very good at hiding it. And, I tried to do things like AA. I tried to give myself these labels, call myself powerless, give myself up to God, but it didn't really work for me. I also tried to use willpower alone. I like to think of myself as a strong-willed person, but even when I tried to use willpower and just resist, I'd fall flat on my face again. And the thing is the reasons why I wanted to stop and control my drinking were humongous. I saw the people around me crushing it in life. I saw people building great businesses, having amazing families, getting into great physical shape, just having great energy. I saw people around me crushing it in life, and I knew that I could be one of them. I knew I could be a great success. But the thing is the drinking just kept holding me back. The hangovers, the low levels of energy, the grumpiness, all of it was just like a block in front of what I really wanted. I've been in dark places where I've lost a six-figure personal training business. I've lost a girlfriend. I've had to sell my car. I had to borrow money from my family to pay for my rent. I even threw up blood on a MacBook Pro. I've just put myself in some ridiculous situations. And I just knew that there was no way in hell that I would ever reach my potential if I was to continue drinking the way that I'd been doing. But things did change, and once I found out about this stuff, it was like this switch. It was like everything changed. I saw alcohol in a completely different frame of mind. And now I actually live in Thailand. I live in Koh Samui. I live on a beautiful island. I've got an amazing girlfriend. I'm training better than ever before, and my life has changed in every single way. I make more money, I'm happier, I'm stronger, and it was just a few years ago, 3 years ago actually, where I was throwing up blood on a computer, broken. And as soon as I found out about first principles thinking and I applied it in my own life, I knew that I had to make it my life mission to share this with you guys. Because the stuff that I'm teaching today in this video, well, it hasn't just worked for me. It's worked for so many people at this point. So without any further delay, let's get into it. So what do most people do when they try to stop drinking? Well, this is what they do. They go to society and they say, what do I do? How do I stop? How do I get in control? And this is called reasoning from analogy. And when people do this, they might try, the typical methods like AA, they might read some books, they might just use willpower and say, today I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it for another week. I'm not going to do it for 28 days. They do things like this. And the problem is a lot of people do stop. A lot of people get results with this, but there's a key issue. They stop, but they feel deprived. So no matter what they do, they stop, but they feel deprived, they feel miserable, and they're like, how do I live without it? And everything's a battle. And the thing is when you do this, you make 4 critical errors. 4 errors that can just cost you everything. So I'm going to literally break these down for you now and explain the problem with reasoning from analogy, with doing what everybody else does. When everybody says, I want to stop drinking, I'm going to try this, they're making critical errors. So let's break those down. So the very first thing that happens when you reason from analogy is you give yourself a label. And you probably know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about these labels, right? You might go to AA and get a label. You might go to a different 12-step group and give yourself a label. And the thing is with these labels is when it comes to drinking, alcohol is the only substance on the planet where you get a label if you can't control it. You go and look at any other problem out there, from gambling to porn, there's no label. You don't get a label for doing that stuff. Yet the thing is with drinking is you get the label. You become the problem. And I'm sorry, but I'm not buying into it. See, the thing is I went to AA for, about 3 months, something like that. I got this label. But then as time went on, I started to realize that, wait a minute, I'm not the problem. I've never been the problem. And then when I got control of my drinking, then all my problems kind of went away. So how could I be the problem in the first place? Well, I'm not buying into it. And you don't need to either. You don't need to call yourself the problem to get control, right? You've got nothing wrong with you. The problem is the conditioning. The problem is the idea that you are the problem. That is the problem, but you're not the problem. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't drink because you've got some personality flaw or something like that. I'm sorry, but it's just not true. Which leads me to the second point, and this is something that I found when I went to AA. I got called powerless. Are you really powerless? Are you powerless over drinking? I don't think that you're a powerless person. If you're watching this video and you didn't click off when I explained who this video is for, you're probably not a powerless person. In fact, you're probably quite successful. You might already have a house. You might have a beautiful family. You might have a great career, a great business. You might have a lot of things that a powerful person has. Yet, all of a sudden, because you can't control your drinking, that makes you a powerless person. You're powerless over the drink. I'm sorry, but it's not true. You're not powerless. You chose every time to do what you did. Right? So you're just not a powerless person. And this is the stuff that we get told when we reason from analogy. We get told that we're powerless. We get told that we give ourselves these labels. I'm sorry, but it's just not true. And another problem is that if you can't control it, right? Let's say that you tell the people around you, I'm going to stop. I'm going to control it. I'm going to have a few weeks off. If you fail at that, again, you get told that you must have no willpower, right? That's what we get told. We've got no willpower. If we can't control it, then yeah, you're a weak-willed person. And again, are you really a weak-willed person? Just look back, reflect on your life, right? Reflect on the things that you've done. Are you seriously a weak-willed individual? Because I doubt it. In fact, I'm a million% sure that you are not weak-willed. I'm a million% sure that you're not powerless. I'm so certain that you're a powerful person that can do so much good in the world. But the problem is that when we try to control our drinking, this is the kind of information that we get fed. And I'm not saying that you can't get results with this kind of information. Right? My own mother has been to AA for 20 years. She buys into these exact ideas and it's worked for her. Right? Doesn't mean that it works for everybody. Didn't work for me. And the real problem with this and the underlying issue with it all is that when you reason from analogy and you go this way is you start to buy into the conditioning. And the conditioning basically plagues our entire society. Right? The conditioning is this idea that somehow drinking is a good thing. It's a beneficial thing that provides so much value in your life. It does so much good for you. And that is the world that we live in. You go and turn on the TV. You go and watch a movie. Who's drinking? Your favorite characters. They're always going to have a whiskey, a beer, a glass of wine. Who else is drinking? The people that you watch, growing up. The people that you watch on the news, you might watch the news and see that somehow wine drinkers live longer and all of this absolute nonsense, right? We live in a society where consuming ethanol, consuming a poison is completely normal. I'm telling you, it is not normal. The problem is that we are conditioned from very early on to start to see alcohol as a good thing. And that's why it's so damn hard to stop. That's why it's so hard to get things under control. Not because you're the problem, right? Not because you were born with some disorder. No, absolutely not. We are born into a world that sees alcohol as a good thing. That is the problem. And the thing is this whole problem can be solved, and that's what I help people do. That is exactly what I help them do, and that's what I'm going to explain for you now, how to do yourself. So rather than reasoning from analogy and using, common sense from people that probably drink too much anyway, what we do instead is we take the opposite approach. We reason from first principles, which is also known as first principles thinking. So what we do instead is we have people that are in this position where they're problem drinking and they reason from first principles. So what this means is they look at new information. They get new information input into their mind to create a new paradigm. And basically what you do is you bring awareness to all of these things, plus a bunch of other stuff that we're conditioned to believe, right? The conditioning goes deep. It takes a long time to understand that stuff. But once you've done it, once you've kind of broken down everything, you get into a state of mind which I call being sober clear. And what I mean is that you get the power back. You can control it. You have the choice what you want to do, because all that happens when you become sober clear and use first principles thinking is you create a paradigm that 99% of people don't live in. You just create a new worldview. You start to see alcohol for what it is. You start to see alcohol as a poison, as ethanol. So it means that you can go out to bars, you can go out to restaurants, you can go and hang out with your friends that have a few here and there. And the thing is, it doesn't bother you because you see it for what it is. You're sober clear. You're in a completely different state of mind to the average person. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And another problem that I see is, what most people do is when they get into that state of mind where they say, I'm going to stop, I'm going to control it, is they start to go to the past, right? They start to look at all of these things, make amendments to people, do all of this stuff. But what we do instead, and the correct way to do things, is you actually go ahead and you build a life. And the way that we do this in the Sober Clear program is we focus on things like health, like relationships, confidence, business, productivity, spirituality. And really we just focus on building a better future. So rather than going to the past and beating yourself up and making yourself feel like a failure, we do the opposite. We do the opposite where we really focus on the future and start building an awesome life. Because that's the key, that's the critical thing. You need to do both of these things. You need to understand the mistakes. You need to put them back together, and you need to get into that state of mind where you're all in, right? You see it for what it is, so you can choose what you want to do. You need to get the power back, but then as soon as you've done that, you go forward. You don't go to the past, you go towards a better quality of life. And when you make that combination together, things like this happen.
Hi Leon, it's Rob here. I just wanted to let you know that this program is having a real positive effect on my life, and I'm really enjoying it. The amazing thing is the reaction I've had from my family. They've been amazing, and they all say they've seen a real seismic shift and change in my mood, my behaviour, my demeanour in a massively positive way, which is fantastic. And to cap it all, my daughter was around here the other night. My God, she used the phrase, "Dad, I've got your back." And I hadn't even realised I'd gone. I was so wrapped up in my own troubles and woes, I hadn't even realised the effect I was having on other people. So that's so fantastically positive for me and the way forward. I'm really enjoying working with Leon. I've got no regrets about starting the course. Sober Clear has a great message, and I'm looking forward to reaping the benefits over the next months and years. Thanks a lot. I'll see you soon and look forward to speaking to you next week. Take care in the meantime. Cheers.
People get their daughters back. People get their families back, their wives back, their lifestyles going back together. It's the most powerful combination that I've ever seen. First principles thinking plus forward momentum. And if you've resonated with what I've said so far, then I'm almost sure that I can help you. because I've spent thousands of hours perfecting this exact system. It's been the result of 10 years of trial and error, and I've been delivering this program as a coaching program to business owners and professionals across the world. Now, the people that get the most from this program, they want more for their life, and they've tried to control or they've tried to stop in the past, and sadly they failed. Now listen, I don't want to sugarcoat this, but what the hell are you going to do about all of this stuff? Are you simply going to coast, or are you going to apply this stuff and execute it? The truth is, your fate hangs on your choices right now. And at the end of the day, we're basically the sum of our choices, and right now, you've got a pivotal choice that you've got to make on this path. You're either going to be like, oh, this was a cool video, or you're going to be like, I'm going to do something about this. I'm not just going to listen to this video, I'm going to implement it. And listen, if you want to do nothing and you want to coast, whatever. But if you're the type of person that wants to take this stuff, apply it, learn it, and start putting it in action, then I've got great news for you. I've opened up a few seats on my Sober Clear coaching program, and they are available right now. And in this coaching program, we're going to show you exactly how to use this stuff and apply it in your own life. And that means we're going to be able to work together personally. You're going to be able to go through my program, and it's going to be able to make your journey to your destination so much faster, with a lot more predictability, with a lot less pain and a lot less suffering. The stuff that I teach is basically a map to get you where you want to go. So make sure to click the link below this screen right now. You're going to answer a few short questions. Because, hey, I'm not just going to work with anybody. I want to make sure that you are motivated and that you're going to be coachable and that you're serious about change. And most importantly, I want to make sure that you have what it takes. The success rate of this program is 100% if you do what it says. The only reason this program wouldn't work is if you don't apply what it says. So to be honest, I'm only looking for people who have what it takes. So you're gonna answer a few questions, and I'm just gonna make sure that you have exactly what it takes. So if you are those things, you can schedule a call with myself, and we're gonna get you where you wanna go, and we're gonna do it fast. If you don't have those things, then we won't be having a call and we won't be working together. But if you think you've got what it takes, click the button beneath this video. If you get approved, then you'll be able to schedule a call. If it's a fit, great. If not, no worries. Make sure to click the button below. Hope you enjoyed this free training. Have a fantastic day. Thank you very much.